So I'm
All
here
right, cool.
with Josh Berman. You want to introduce yourself, Chef?
Hey, class. My name is Josh Berman. I've been a chef, general manager, cook, dishwasher, HVAC, whatever, for restaurants for the last 15 years approximately. I went to Johnson & Wales. I graduated in 2010 with a bachelor's degree in culinary arts. After that, while I was in school, I was a sous chef at Bouchard Restaurant and Inn in Newport, Rhode Island. As well, I worked at a couple of other places in Newport, just kind of helping out. But I was also the chef, general manager at the Revolving Door. I also spent some time in New York City at a restaurant called Del Posto, the only Italian restaurant to get 4 stars in the New York Times. Has 1 Michelin star still, I guess. I don't even know. I'm not sure what's going on right now, but yeah. So, and then I was also the chef de cuisine of Gracie's in Providence. So my experience for the class, I think it might be nice to note, my experience is mostly fine dining, which I guess is kind of a dying animal right now. We'll see, how it goes in the next bit. But after the last 2 years I spent as the chef de cuisine at Gracie's, I just started my own business called JB Cuisine. My initial is Josh Berman Cuisine. And so JB Cuisine is a personal chef service. So basically what I do kind of in a reaction to the COVID-19 crisis, but also kind of in a reaction to chefs working too much and trying to have a family, which I mean,
Right.
all of these kids are going to have to think about that. You really don't think about that stuff when you're 19, 18, 17 years old. You really don't think about when you're 30. You don't really care. You just do. And, that's it. And that's fine. But eventually you might want to have kids and a family and a wife and a dog and a house with a mortgage and a white fence.
Chefs normally don't get that, so.
No, they don't normally get that. But, if you you work hard and you try to think about what you have to do to get to your goals, if you set some goals for yourself and then try to figure out how to get there.
It's amazing. So, I mean, you've got a serious resume behind you already, 15 years. What got you started? How did you start first off?
I think it was really important to my mother, like the matriarchs of my family were all excellent cooks. And I think that food was very important, and trying new foods and new techniques was almost like enriching, So, I get very excited when I think about trying something new or learning something new, as all of you should, if this is a career or a passion that you'd like to pursue.
Hey, today we're doing a guest speaker with Miss Carrie Clark, Head of Marketing here at the NACTech.
Yeah, I'm the college and career readiness coordinator, and I do a lot of marketing, communications, and internships and things like that. So hopefully as years 3 and 4 students, we can work together on getting you set up with some internships this summer. But yes, I did in my former life. I also was actually a marketing professional. So I worked in Boston for 10 years, and I worked with corporations, like big companies, to, take their product and come up with a whole marketing strategy. So these are, it's very different from a restaurant. Like if you were opening a small business, the marketing campaign, a marketing campaign is basically just means all of the marketing stuff together.
All the kids from this particular class submitted a bunch of questions.
Awesome.
We've got a bunch. Actually, Malak right in the top says, Malak says, is there anything that is least effective to promote on in your mind?
Okay, so these questions are really didn't even have a computer at home.
So Fern said, is it a good idea to post on social media, like to promote your own business?
What I was going to say was, so for the bank and all that, social media was not a good medium to use because, back then we didn't have it. But nowadays, even you're not going to see a ton of retirement or any maybe retirement or banking products you're not going to see on Instagram and maybe Facebook because it's for an older client.
We did a grilled cheese food bus, which is it's a food truck, but instead of doing a food truck, we're gonna do a food truck bus, so we stand out from the competition, and because that's something you don't see a lot. And our mission statement, our mission is to provide a gourmet twist that is easily accessible to main cities and college campuses while keeping it affordable with the quality ingredients, which we think is really important to keep it affordable and bring the food to them. How we get our name out is we made an Instagram page that Instagram has this thing that you can promote right from there, so we can get our name out that way. And our post so far is the school bus with the logo on it, so that people know where to find us. We posted that first, and then some grilled cheeses that we would hope to be selling.
Another way we'll grow is social media. We'll have like multiple social media accounts, including Instagram and TikTok, because they're both growing in popularity today. And we'll have locations of stores and menus by like clicking little links in our bios to know where we are. And our social media will match our restaurant's kind of vibe, so they'll be the same thing, nothing too bright or in your face.
I was thinking something like this, like lots of bright windows as the lighting factor, lots of plants, comfy chairs and tables. I didn't add this, but I wanted to put like bean bags in and stuff so people can be able to relax even instead of like sitting in a normal chair. So the service style would be like to go pick it up at the counter, like at Starbucks, and then you can go pick a table. But the uniforms for the baristas would be like plain white polos with a company logo and black bottoms, like a black apron and pants. Like I said, I wanted big windows for lighting, and the market media would be like on Twitter and Instagram, and people are encouraged to post pictures of their foods and drinks as a way to promote the advertisement, because like you said, word of mouth communication is really important. So the communication mix, obviously, like I said, would be mostly on Twitter and Instagram, and there would be a lot of interaction with customers and guests. And I was thinking an ad kind of like this. It was like really simple and straight to the point, like any way you like it, and then the name of the company.